Okay. I'm gonna turn the lights back on. Okay. Whoa. Okay, and again, for now that if anyone's back, if you can let me know if you can see the live stream on Blue Sky, if you reply to that post that I made, I will be able to have it as a pop-up. I'm not able to see the chat tonight because I just have the one little phone and I'm using it to view the FiFish stream while I pilot it. But yeah, so I will try and answer questions as they pop up. But I will only be able to see them briefly, and I won't be able to go back and grab them because I think it's also cutting the live off if I switch tabs. So yeah, there are a lot of fish out tonight. Wasn't seeing so much in terms of jellies when I was just using the nightlight. There are some crabs. Let's see if he's going to turn around for us and show us his claws. So we can see he is... Are there black tips on his claws? That'd be a red rock crab if so. Lots of ulva on the bottom. That's the green sea lettuce. Running into something. Oh, we're at the start of the eelgrass again. So I'm gonna move up and get over the eelgrass. We can look down at it though, see if we can find any sea slugs. Melibeleonina likes to live amongst the eelgrass. So we'll see if we can find any. Nope. I think I might see one. See if we can very carefully get a little bit closer. That's a crab. Yeah, I don't want to get eelgrass in the things, but there's a crab. Thank you, Jason. I'm glad that it is working. But yeah, this is my first time using YouTube Live and using it for, and doing any kind of live streaming with the FiFish. I've wanted to for a while, but I finally figured it out. And thank you to everyone who rallied and subscribed so that I could actually access this, because I'd been trying for a while to figure out getting enough. Are you kidding me? Is there another boat? We'll see. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm not very far out. I could pull this in really fast if I need to. Yeah, I am going to probably have to bring a mic in the future for the audio. There's a lot of water noise out here that I imagine isn't very helpful. might be a boat. Gotta keep an eye on it. Okay, I might have to yank it in again. I have only had boats show up here twice at night, and this is... guess kind of how it goes. Okay, here's what I'll do. I know that the boats only exit on the one side, so I'm just gonna go explore in the shallows off on the side that they should not go. Yeah, you can see we're not very deep. Oh. So anyone who's joined us since I last said, I don't have a mic tonight. I think it's picking up from my phone, but it's a bit distorted, I've heard. And I can't see the chat because I've just got my phone hooked up for me to see the video feed. So if you have questions, if you drop them on Blue Sky in my replies, it'll show up. There's a cool shrimp. It's cute. It's a nice crab. Oh. What is... Is it a bit of rope? I am up in Anacortes. This is a spot off of Fidalgo Island. So it's just a little boat launch area where usually nobody's coming in and out at night here. But occasionally there's somebody. The two boats that I thought were coming here that did a weird route and pulled off to the side, so that's nice at least, because it can take a while sometimes for people to get their boats out. Oh, and I guess for more context for people who don't know where Anacortes is, I'm up in the Salish Sea, in the sort of Washington part of the Salish Sea. Too many fish, not enough Melody. You were correct, Kelly. I'm gonna see if I can find some. It's just tough because I don't want to get stuck in the eelgrass. But I go back more that way now that they're gone. But yeah, the tricky thing with this is I'm managing the cables and flying the ROV and streaming, so it's a little bit. And it's dark out. Okay, here we're back to the eelgrass. I wonder if okay, so yeah, we'll do the full light. Let's see if we can find any Melody. It's really a crab and a fish night. There's another good crab. Yeah, and if anyone new has jumped in, I cannot see the chat, but if you drop a reply on Blue Sky, it'll pop up for me to see briefly, and I can try and answer questions. Right now, I'm looking through some of the eelgrass to see if we can find any hooded nudibranchs, also called Melody leonina. We're not very deep right now. We are only 5 feet deep. I don't want to go too far out tonight because I'm alone and have to wrap up all the cords myself. And it is cold and my hands are not thrilled about that. But it does interest me how shallow this stays. Come on, Melody. Yeah, it is a FiFish V6. It's the yellow one. It doesn't have any of the extra special stuff they've added since it doesn't have the arm or any of the fancier sensors they've got on them nowadays, but still cool. Oh, there's a Melody. Kelly, are you here? There's your slug. No. Seems I might have been gripping that little bit of eelgrass a little bit, so I'm gonna bring myself up. But that was a Melody. Let's see if we can see it still. There it is. Yay! Yeah, I'm so happy. Kelly and I took this out shortly after we met. No, it was when we met. The first time Kelly and I met up, we went and took the ROV out to go look for Melody or other slugs, and we found none. And it was so disappointing, but it's awesome that, I'm going to go see if I can grab a little video clip, actually, of that Melody to throw up on shorts or something. Where'd it go? We'll just have to find another one. Okay. Oh, there it is. Hee hee. a second. Okay, I gotta readjust. Here, that's actually way better. Okay. So, if anyone else has joined us since I last said, well, it's just me out tonight. So I'm doing this all from my phone, including watching the stream, which means I cannot see the chat. So if you have any questions, comments, drop them in my replies on Blue Sky, and it will pop up as a notification for me briefly. And then I'll try and do my best to answer it. Sorry, I was getting text messages. Yes. I see Sarah quoted my post, but I can't see what the quote was. So if it was a question, if you can drop it in the replies, that would be awesome. But yeah, I am out in the Salish Sea off of Fidalgo Island. We're just looking around at what's out. It's mostly been fish. We found one sea slug, Melody. Oh, what is moving around down there? Might just be a piece of algae. Oh, it's a rock. Yeah, so how am I streaming? So the ROV is wired to the remote, so I've got a big long cable that I have to manage while I'm doing this, and I need to make sure that I have enough of it out so that, oh, wrong direction, enough of it out so that I can move without it getting yanked back, but not too much cable, or else you can get stuck on things and tangled up. And so I am then, luckily there's enough cellular out here apparently to send the video okay from what I'm seeing from people. But yeah. Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, there's some spots I'd really like to be able to stream from, but are probably not going to have enough cell service to, which is unfortunate. But yeah, the remote has Wi-Fi in terms of Wi-Fi that my phone attaches to, so that it shows this on my phone. But so it's wired and wireless. It's wired to the remote, but then the remote is wireless to the phone. There's a good crab. We're getting pushed around a lot. The tide right now. There's so many fish. Okay, here's some more eelgrass. I gotta stay above it so I don't pull it into the motors. That's not good for the environment, and it's not good for the ROV. See if we can find any more sea slugs. What's that? Just a shell. Yeah, the spot I wanted to do my first dive from, where there's a bunch of octopus, the YouTube live, even though we had enough people subscribed, was like, sorry, there's a waiting period. So I'm gonna have to get out there again once there's a good tide. But I was looking at it today, and it would have been, I went at a reasonable tide before, and it was still kind of difficult. There was a lot of movement on the bottom, but so I was getting pushed around as I was trying to focus in. But today there would have been a lot of tidal exchange. Would anyone be able to just comment the time for me? I can't see the time while I'm in this app. I don't think it's all that late. But the park does unfortunately close at a certain hour, and try and respect that. Thank you, Kelly. Oh yeah, it's so early. The park's open for another 2 hours. The ROV isn't gonna make it that long, but thank you, Sarah, too. I appreciate it. There's another crab down there. Another cute little crab here. See if I can get a little closer to it. Not getting stuck. Oh. It's so cute. Okay, we're gonna get out of the eelgrass. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can go deeper. Nope. I'm gonna go out past some of this. Keep forgetting to go back into same depth mode. It's wild to me how much seafloor here. Well, it's funny to call it seafloor, is like super shallow. Awesome. We got 10 whole people here. That's pretty cool for the fact that this is my first time doing this. And that folks didn't get much notice. And for anybody who wasn't here when I said before, I cannot see the chat, so if you have any questions, drop them in my replies on Blue Sky, same handle. I assume the folks who are here from Blue Sky, but maybe that's not true for everyone. I can feel that there's a sea slug nearby. Where is it? Right now I'm trying to see if I can find any Melibelianina, the hooded nudibranch. Listen, isopods would be cool too. Maybe like Penidotia resecta would be out here. Oh, need some more cable. Thank you, Jason, for letting me know that somebody has said in the chat. This is dope. I'm so glad people are enjoying it. I'm hoping it's coming through. I'm seeing mine in like a preview mode of the quality, so I don't know if it's streaming it higher. I asked it to if it was possible. Oh, I wonder what's that down there. It might just be like a shell or a rock. It's a rock. Okay, we can't get stuck in the eelgrass. Oh. We're getting some swell and pull. Here's another one of those crabs. Gotta back out of the eelgrass a little bit. I've positioned the ROV so it's like straight up and down, so it's less likely to pull any of the eelgrass in, but it does mean it's harder to tell what's coming up ahead of me. I'm glad it's nice ambience. I always like the sound of it. I think it's like the water is singing. I'm glad, well, knock on wood, someone for me, but it was telling me that the winds were supposed to potentially be getting really bad tonight, so I'm glad that that hasn't happened yet. It's a bit windy, but it's not bad. Thank you, Agent Cooper. I'm glad you had a good time. What is that? Is there someone coming this way? There's almost never any vessel traffic. I know I've psyched out twice in terms of thinking that a boat was coming to exit out here, but I just don't want to get the cord tangled in anybody's motor. I went pretty far out into the channel here. I'll work my way back and see if we can find any slugs. Yeah, and I tried to do this the other night too, out here, when there were so many jellies, and I was like, oh, it was going to be perfect. Because we had a lot of big jellies. My Trichoma cellularia, and they were gorgeous. And I was like, this is a perfect night for it. But no jellies that I've seen tonight. There's been a few little tiny larvations, but they're not going to show up with the FiFish. They're not big enough for it to focus on. There's another shrimp. And take a little video of it. Oh, I think there's quite a few shrimp. I see eyes glowing, yep. Oh, that looks like maybe a cool fish. It's a sculpy. Yeah. Some sort of... Yeah. Try not to bug him too much. wind is picking up a bit. Okay, I'm getting caught up here. A little too close. Okay, I am starting to get pretty cold and the wind is picking up, so I think I'm going to bring it in. But thank you all for joining me. I hope you had a good time. We found one sea slug at least, and I did like seeing that sculpin. And the shrimp are cool. Okay. Have a good night, everybody.